What is up, guys? In this video we're going to be walking through how to use the YouTube API for Python, and this was something that took me quite a while to do despite reading a bunch of help guides. Google has so many of them and it gets pretty convoluted, but this is a working example. I'm using the Google code. The issue that I kept running into is that you need OAuth to work, so that is the biggest hurdle here, is just authenticating. But once you get this all set up correctly, it does work, and I'll show you guys an example of it working right now. We will stop my current app and run this. And so what is happening here is that we're basically sending a request to YouTube to get some statistics for the minutes watched, views, likes, and subscribers gained during a particular time period, looking at a day-by-day basis. And so when you run this Python script, it returns a prompt for you to click on a link. And when you click on this link, I will verify this. So if we click here, you're going to allow it access, and you're going to say that you are allowing this thing to see your analytics. You'll copy the key that's generated, and then back in the Python app, you will paste in the key, and it is able to give you a 200 response and let you see all the things that you were wanting to see. So getting this thing to authenticate is the really hard part. The way I did this is by first going to the Google Cloud Console. So if we go to the console.developers.google.com, let this thing load up. I'm going to switch my account just so that we're not doing anything stupid. Once we have made this account, we're going to create a project to store our YouTube API. So you can call this whatever you want, YouTube API, click create. And once this thing finishes creating this project, I'm going to click on view. And then within this, you click on the hamburger, go to APIs and services, and we're going to enable the YouTube Analytics API because I want to be able to check how my videos are doing in terms of views. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click enable, give it a few moments, and this is going to be associating this API with your project. And so once you've done that, our next goal is going to be generating some OAuth 2 credentials. I see a lot of people showing API keys or service accounts. That doesn't work for this, so do an OAuth 2.0 client ID in order to make this work. Otherwise you're going to keep getting an insufficient permissions error. So I'm going to click on create credentials, and we're going to select OAuth client ID, and it's going to tell us that we need to have a consent screen, so we're going to configure that right now. And I'm going to choose external because I'm not part of a G Suite organization. And application name, call it YouTube API. Don't really have to be original here. And also add scope, and this is where we're going to tell the application that we want to be able to read the YouTube Analytics. Click on add, and you don't need to fill out any of this other stuff. Click on save. Let's see what it says. One second. Detected a product name shown to users field. Alright, so they don't like what I said. YouTube VS API scraper. Let's try that. Alright, so apparently you have to pick a good name. Anyways, so yeah, so we just generated some OAuth 2.0 credentials. We're going to go here, and sorry, we just created our consent screen. So now we can generate our OAuth 2.0 client IDs. So we're going to click on create IDs, go to OAuth client ID, going to decide to create a desktop application and then hit create. You don't need to name these things. And you can see my client ID in secret. I'm gonna click OK. It's alright, you guys see it because I'm just gonna delete it. Basically, you're gonna click on download. This is gonna download some JSON, and what you will do is you will take this JSON file that's just been created for your specific Google account that is associated with your YouTube account that you've given it the Google Analytics or the YouTube Analytics permissions, and now within your project directory where you have your, in my case I've called it app.py, and I've just pasted in all of the stuff that Google's provided as a sample. You will also include the JSON file that you just downloaded from the console, and in PyCharm you can just click on copy relative path, and then where it says client secrets file, originally this is like your client secret or something .json, so you just paste in this name, and then you are off to the races in terms of authenticating and being able to generate these reports from Python. So this took quite a while to do. I'm sorry it's so convoluted, but it is secure. And just to give another example of it working, every time you run this app, even though I just authenticated, you still need to go through that pop-up screen and click on this link here, and then sign in with your email account, allow it access, again allow it access, copy this key, go back to here, paste it in, and then it's able to actually return you values from the API. So a lot of kind of convoluted stuff, but you know, is working, and hope this is helpful. It took me many hours to get this, but hopefully I'm able to save you guys some time. Anyway, I'll upload this code, and good luck to all y'all, and take care.